All right. What's up, YouTube? All right. So, I wanted to talk about 3 different things that happened just today. This is getting ridiculous. All this senseless violence needs to stop. So, the first one is reports of shots fired in downtown near Market Square. All right, and the other reason why I'm reading off of this is because I don't want people to say that I'm giving misinformation. All right, it says, police investigated after reports of shots fired in the area of Market Square in downtown Pittsburgh Wednesday afternoon. The reports come from the area of Forbes Avenue and Market Square, which sent several businesses and a school into a lockdown. Witnesses reported hearing 3 gunshots on Delray Street between Liberty and Forbes Avenues. A manager of a nearby business said he heard about three shots and someone in all black running out of an alley toward Market Square. There are no reports of anyone hurt. These reports came as the evening commute began. Police have since left the scene. Pittsburgh's Action 4 News is at the scene working to learn more. That's 1. And this is today. 2. A man's body was found wrapped in a tarp in a Pittsburgh neighborhood. Pittsburgh police are investigating after a man's body was found wrapped in a tarp in the city's Garfield neighborhood. Police said the body of an unknown black male was found in a wooded area on Ardery Street at around 10:30 a.m. The man's death is investigated as a homicide. What's he gonna do? Wrap himself in plastic and kill himself? So, that's 2. This is the 3rd one. 15-year-old boy was shot outside of a school this morning. 15. And what made it worse is a 15-year-old shot him. It says an Oliver Citywide Academy student is dead and another is in custody after a shooting outside the school in Pittsburgh's Marshall Shadeland neighborhood. Pittsburgh police said the shooting happened around 7:25 Wednesday as students began arriving to the school for the day. As many as 11 gunshots were fired along Brighton Road. The male victim is identified as 15-year-old Derek Harris, which was found outside the school and taken to the hospital where he later died. Please? Officers spotted a suspect running from the scene with a gun. That suspect, identified as 15-year-old Jameer Perry, was taken into custody. Perry faces multiple charges, including criminal homicide. Our cruiser on the scene observed a gun on the sidewalk. Police have placed that gun into an evidence bag. It's not known what led up to the shooting. All of our citywide students will be learning remotely until Tuesday, at least. All activities at the school, including athletics, are canceled. There were a handful of students who were in the school at the time, but others were still on their way, were rerouted to Manchester Elementary, where they will be reunited with their families. Brighton Road was closed until police investigated. It has since been opened. But it shows the scene right there. It says the names of the victim and suspect have not been released, which they already did, but it says our thoughts and prayers are with the student's family. A Pittsburgh Public School spokesperson said in a statement, our schools are designed to be a safe place for teaching and learning. Today, that was not the case for a student who was on his way to school to get an education. And there's people that, posted on Twitter and stuff like that. It says one Oliver Citywide parent we spoke with said her son was outside the school when the shooting took place. It's just a range of emotions going through because you never want to get those calls that even something remotely happening close to where your child is when you're not there. I was nervous and scared. I don't know what to do. I didn't know what to do or what to think. Ernest said her son went inside the school after hearing the shots and that he was safe. Okay, so there's another kind of look at the school. The incident is not the first violent incident at Oliver Citywide, a school for students with behavioral issues. In January of 2022, 15-year-old Marquise Campbell was shot outside the school near dismissal time. 2 people wearing masks approached a school van and at least one of them fired shots, Commander Richard Ford said at the time. Campbell and the other driver, who was not injured, were the only people inside the vehicle, Ford said. 2 brothers, Eugene Watson and Brandon Watson, were arrested in connection with the 2022 shooting. In September, a student was charged after an assault on a teacher. The educator had to go to the hospital for injuries. City Police Commander Richard Ford was asked Wednesday about the latest incident of violence. He said, "It's frustrating. We've worked with the schools and we're going to continue to work with the schools." He said, "Anytime there's violence or a loss of life, it's a tragic situation." Yes, it is. And it's ridiculous. In a statement with Pittsburgh Mayor Ed Gainey, he said he was praying for the entire Oliver Citywide community. As a society, we have to reclaim our children, and we have to begin putting our children first, Gainey said. We have cultivated a culture of violence and death, celebrated guns, and glorified shooting. We have failed as a country to stop the proliferation of guns, and it's far too easy for a young person to get those guns and retaliate in the way our community and culture has glorified it. Pittsburgh, we can and must do better. We have to cultivate a new culture, create a new path forward for our kids, and we are committed to investing in our kids to provide them with the hope for a better future and a better tomorrow that doesn't end with bullets and gunfire. Like, it's terrible that anybody, not just because he's younger, it's anybody to have to go through what that family is going through. Like right now, that boy was 15. He would have been graduating in a couple years. And like, they need to do something, and not taking the guns off of people is not going to do anything. It's not going to do nothing at all. And it's a shame that people have to go through this. Like, I don't know. It's just, like, if you're a parent, you don't ever want to, like she said, get a call that anything has happened to your child. And that's at any age. It doesn't matter how old they are. Like, you never want to get a call or somebody showing up at your door that something has happened to anybody, in your family or friends, or just in your community itself. So, they really need to crack down on the people behind the guns, not the guns, because the guns don't kill the people. The gun is just a material. The person has to literally pick it up and pull the trigger in order for it to be considered violent. So I don't want to hear anybody saying, "Oh, well, they need to take the guns off the streets and then none of this will happen," because yes, you can get stabbed with a knife, with a pencil. You can get cut with a knife, and you know what I mean? Like, there's multiple ways to do things to people that they don't realize that. So just because you take a gun off the street doesn't mean that somebody can't find some other form of weapon to do something with. Like, I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Give this video a big thumbs up. Comment below and let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel and feel free to donate to my Cash App. It'll be in the description below. All the proceeds are going to go right back to the channel, so any amount would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys to my supporters, to all the people that have been following me and supporting me through my YouTube journeys. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.